Hello, everyone. So today we're going to take a look at the Transformers Studio Series, the movie Shockwave. So this new wave of Studio Series figures that include Shockwave and Skywarp and others have finally dropped here in the Philippines. So we got it, and we're going to take a look at it. So of course, as usual, we'll start with the box, and it's basically the standard Studio Series box right now. Shockwave in his robot mode, his alt mode, which is a spaceship slash ray gun or alien gun. And here at the bottom it says Shockwave Transformers the movie. On the side it's a bigger photo of him. At the back we have him in a pose. Him is in his alt mode, in his rifle mode, or wait, let me fix the camera. There we go, the focus. In his gun mode. This is a gimmick which can be attached to Bruticus, although I don't have Bruticus yet. Here he is with his accessory, which is him in a smaller gun mode. And of course, as usual, we have him in a scene from the movie. And a small text or short text, Shockwave is a powerful, logic-driven Decepticon warrior. And on the side, it's just, I think this is Cybertron. And yeah, up top, Transformers Le Film, still the French translation. But anyway, let's get that out of the way and look at Shockwave himself. Now, Shockwave is a retool of the War for Cybertron Siege version. Of course, as you guys can see, it's a retool and repaint, of course. He's painted in a brighter purple color with a pink hands, and they reduced the gribble significantly to match with the newer Studio Series figures, or Studio Series the movie figures, which have little to no gribble at all. And at the back, he has this white backpack. In the movie or in G1, his backpack is supposed to be purple, but when he transforms into a gun, that part becomes white just like this. So it's kind of difficult to for them to actually make it that accurate. So they either have to sacrifice the color of the robot mode or the alt mode. So anyway, in this case, they sacrificed the robot mode. Closer look. There is still light piping, which is still awesome. The light piping is great for this figure, same as with the Siege. The head sculpt is slightly altered. The ears here are smaller, and it's really more cartoon accurate. As you can see, this is all smooth now, much less gribble. And let me point the light closer, and yeah, there's just this very minimal gribble. The legs doesn't have any gribble at all. At the back, and there you go. That's a closer look. He comes in with the accessory that I've shown earlier with the box. It is a miniature version of him in his alt mode, which is a gun. It's really nice. I think this came in with a Centurion drone and with the Dramatic Capture series, the Decepticons Part 2, the one with Skywarp and the Insecticons. I have him here with Siege Shockwave. This is the Siege version. As you can see, the purple is much darker, and there is significant gribble on the surface of this guy. Their head sculpt is a little bit different. Very, very slight difference. This is more cartoon accurate. But as you can see, everything is actually the same. Just minus the gribble. So because of that, transformation is pretty much the same. But I will show you guys the transformation video on the next video. One thing that's changed though is here, the shoulders. It doesn't have a 5mm port here. So you cannot attach the extra accessory that this guy has on his shoulders. Although the feet still has 5mm port, so you can still attach it there. And of course here on the side or on the backpack, which I wouldn't bother doing because it just looks weird. But anyway, as you can see, this is just basic, the first size comparison for this guy. It's pretty much the same for the Siege version. Now let's head on to articulation. So the head can slightly look down, very slightly look up. You can wiggle all the way like that. The shoulders, oh, not that. The shoulders can do the full 360. Can go all the way up like this because of transformation. There is a bicep swivel, and of course there is a wrist swivel for both hands, and a little bit more than 90-degree elbow bend. There is an uncompromised waist swivel. The legs can kick sidewards that far, forwards that far, and backwards this far. There is a thigh swivel, a ratcheted knee bend, and the knee can actually somehow bend forwards like this. And then there's very, very minimal ankle pivot. Now for size comparisons, I have him here with some other series, the movie Decepticons. We have Megatron, Soundwave. This is SS86 Starscream, which is the old mold. This is the Earthrise mold. And Studio Series, the movie Thundercracker. As you can see, Shockwave now fits well with the Greeble-less Megatron, Soundwave, and Thundercracker, although Starscream really sticks out here as different because of all the gribble that he has. One thing that I don't like here is the scale. Shockwave is still a little bit small. I wish they did what they did with Soundwave. They made him a lot bigger than his War for Cybertron counterpart, but it is what it is. So here we have Shockwave in his alt mode, which is a spaceship of sorts, or spacecraft. And of course, if you turn it upside down, it becomes his original gun, or his original alt mode, which is a ray gun or a laser gun. Don't know what kind of gun it is, but it's a space gun. But anyway, since all of the ports here, or the 5mm ports, are the same in alt mode of this guy with the alt mode of Siege, the extra accessories for the Siege mode can actually be attached to this guy, which kind of looks menacing in a way, but of course the colors doesn't match. But anyway, this is a much smoother version of the Siege version, or Siege alt mode. One thing they changed is the light piping here. It's completely gone, which is a shame, because that was a really cool feature back with the Siege version. But aside from that, everything else is pretty much the same, except for, of course, for the colors. Now, one thing that I think that I found cool about this guy is that the accessory, the gun, can actually be stored here underneath, which somehow functions as a gap filler. As you can see, that's a major gap right there. We'll just basically connect this square or rectangular tab here and this circular tab in this port, and on this like open rectangular slot, just push it in, and it's a basic gap filler. Just really, really nice. Now, just for some size comparison, this is Siege, Shockwave, and they're basically identical. As I've mentioned earlier, just the colors and the fact that this is greeble-less, and the light piping here and the watchtower has disappeared. But I wish they have kept it. This is a really nice touch, to be honest. Now it just looks bland and plain. But yeah, it's pretty much the same. Not much has changed. So my final thoughts on the Studio Series, the movie, Shockwave. Now, among the big four Decepticons, everyone had a new mold except this one. Like, Soundwave, Starscream, and even Megatron had new molds compared to their War for Cybertron version. I just don't understand why they didn't create a new mold for Shockwave. Even though the Siege version is a really good mold for Shockwave, it is outdated and outscaled right now. And even Astro Train had a new mold, which unpopular to even though it's unpopular to a lot of fans, it's still a new mold. They still created a new mold. Unfortunately for Shockwave, they didn't. So if you already own any of the Siege molds before, you're not missing out too much on this guy. It's just, even though it's greeble-less like most of the new figures right now, and the colors are cartoon accurate, it's not worth buying this guy if you already have the older versions. So that's it for my review. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe if you do. Thank you for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye bye.